My bros, there's a couple of battles that go on when it comes to celebrities. There's the battle of the courts or of the legal system, and then there's the battle of the public opinion. Everyone will always have something to say about you. Everyone will always critique what you have going on, and DDG and Halle Bailey is no exception to this. So if y'all haven't heard the news, and I feel really bad for DDG in this situation, his ex-girlfriend put a restraining order on him, and this is all according to a TMZ article. Halle Bailey obtained a temporary restraining order against DDG, mandating he stay at least 100 yards away from her and their son, Halo. Now, I don't know how this can be possible, but it takes two parents to raise a child, so I don't ever think that a father would be happy of this news. And people don't understand this, but Halle Bailey is associated with some very, very powerful people, not only in the acting industry, because we know she is like a Disney star, you know, Little Mermaid, but also in the music industry or entertainment industry. So her lawyer team, her legal team, they're nothing to play with here.
Jay-Z's legal team is the same legal team that represented Megan Thee Stallion with the Tory versus Meg case. And we all know what happened there. Tory was found guilty and sent to prison. They are not to be played with. Subscribe to your feed, you broke-ass nigger.
Miss Disney Princess alleges that in January, during a visitation exchange, DDG became agitated, pulled her hair, and slammed her face into a steering wheel, resulting in a chipped tooth and bruises. Now, I'm going to show you all an image of this alleged incident. And to me, like, you know, a red flag definitely stands out here. What took you so long to file this restraining order? Because if it happened back in January, I wonder, why didn't you get this ball rolling then? Could it be because maybe DDG was posting videos of him talking about him missing his son, so you didn't want to seem as if you were the evil mom, so you decided to say, hey, I'm not winning the public opinion, but one thing I can do is to convert some people to my side by filing some legal actions.
Out there, every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face, he happy to see me, but he only can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours, max. He's getting picked up, taken away. I can't come get him, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't know what to do. And it's like,
and I'm not here to say DDG is innocent. I don't know him personally, but don't you all think this is a little bit too convenient? How do you all think TMZ gets this information? It's purposely leaked out. They work with TMZ people to release this information, and it ironically was released while DDG was streaming with Aiden Ross. I'm gonna play that clip.
And I'm feeling like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? Alright, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck. Fuck all that, fuck all that. Don't even.
that can't even be real.
Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
Halle Bailey also alleges that in March, DDG entered her home without permission, sent her a photo from her bedroom, and later destroyed her Ring camera during a confrontation. Bailey also claims that DDG used his social media platform to make false accusations against her, leading to online threats from his followers. And really the main objective of this, as we all know, is to seem like the more innocent one. Now, well-known social media figures such as DJ Academics did predict this to be Halle Bailey's next move. Because I don't know if you all noticed, but when DDG was claiming that he wasn't seeing his son Halo, there was actually a lot of support. A lot of people thought that he was telling the truth. And it seemed like Halle Bailey is the type that smiles in your face, but then has a knife or a dagger behind her back, just waiting for you to turn around and stab you. Let's take a look at that.
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
I see you trying to defend her. That's a good move, by the way, but let me tell you what happens next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, which you're not, I'm going to warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she just tried, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't approve of it. And nobody bit. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You've dodged this one, but you got to wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, Halle not motherfucking evil? You fucking stupid as hell, nigga. She would have never posted this nigga if she wasn't on that type of topic. Women are only loyal to their emotions.
And let me go ahead and talk about the whole like chip tooth situation or the alleged physical abuse that happened back in January during the quote unquote visitation exchange. We gotta break this article down because there's just so much to it, man. So, Halle Bailey was granted a temporary order of protection against ex-DDG, the father of her child, after claiming he physically attacked her multiple times. This was after their breakup in October of 2024, and then the situation actually happened in January. We already know that information. So she's claiming that DDG became annoyed after he arrived at her home to pick up their 1-year-old son, Halo, and she tried to discuss a visitation schedule. Let me call bullshit there. What happened, more than likely, was that they were both being very smart with each other. Halle Bailey was like, okay, let's discuss you picking up your kid. Then she probably said some smart ass remarks there. Both being petty because this breakup is fresh. October isn't that far from January. This is about 3 months of the alleged breakup, and we know that in toxic ass relationships, you still got some feelings left. So he just didn't get frustrated because they were talking about the visitation schedule. He more than likely got frustrated or seemed agitated because both of you were being petty while talking about said visitation schedule. But yet again, we're not going to hear those details, right? We're not. So she claims as she was buckling the infant into his car seat, so now Halo is inside of DDG's car, Bailey claimed the rapper repeatedly demanded get out of my car, BITCH. So the article then goes on to say that, hey, Halle Bailey was looking at DDG and her crying baby and said, okay, I'm worried about my kid going with you now. That's when allegedly DDG and her got into it. He pulled her hair, according to her side of the story, and then pushed her face into the steering wheel, chipping a front tooth. Even after all that, she stayed in the car until they got to DDG's house. And this was because she was still concerned about her son's safety and detailed the alleged incident to his family. She claimed that she then ended up leaving Halo with DDG's family, and then she felt hysterical after the alleged encounter. And that's about it. So now that we got the bullshit out of the way, we can be real here. We can be honest. DDG came to pick up his kid. His ex-girlfriend that is very controlling of their child wanted to watch every single move that DDG did. So she wanted to get inside his car, confirm that he doesn't have his son around other women at DDG's house because that's only her kid, according to the Disney princess. DDG is like, no, I know for a fact that Halle Bailey was like, hey, okay, well, I'm going to take my kid back. We're going to go inside. She more than likely wanted to unbuckle Halo from his car seat and take him into her home. DDG was probably trying to pull her off of Halo because they agreed that this exchange was going to happen, but now she's going back on said agreement. Halle Bailey probably swung at DDG first, and then they got into it. I'm positive that's how this whole thing happened, dog.
Where a woman is just whooping the man. Matter of fact, fuck that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Halle was beating the fuck out of this nigga. I'm talking about swinging on this nigga. I'm talking about piecing this nigga up. Ha, 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 ha. You feel me? So, are you just, as a nigga, are you just gonna sit there and just hands behind your back? No. Like, what are you gonna do? Stop, hey. Stop. Hey, stop. Stop. Restrain him. Hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop.
You can get bruises on your arms because someone's trying to hold you back and prevent you from hitting them. Like, fellas, well, we know we're stronger than women. So when we grip someone, there's a lot of strength in those grips, right? So imagine DDG trying to hold both of her hands and prevent Miss Halle Bailey here from beating his ass. Now, I'm not saying DDG is 100% innocent in this situation, but that's what I believed happened. And then she's so toxic, she's like, okay, I'm still going to throw a fit. I'm going to still try to chaperone your personal time with our son, and I'm still going to get in the car with you. Does it make any sense for you to be allegedly abused and then for you still to get in the car, go to his house so he can quote unquote abuse you some more? Or maybe you could get jumped by his family? So what's going, like, how did this get to the point to where you feel safe enough to ride with your alleged abuser? It makes no sense. You wanted to chaperone that whole incident. You wanted to be there and nitpick at everything DDG does with his own son so you can have some form of control. That's just what I personally believe. Maybe you all read that and got a different opinion of the situation, but to me, it seems pretty black and white here. Abuse allegations and all this other stuff only comes into play after the breakup. Why does all this stuff release after the breakup? Why doesn't it happen during the quote-unquote relationship and then they break up? Like, yo, if I'm getting abused, I'm not gonna wait months to release some information about it. No, I'm reporting that there. I'm not going to get in the car with you. So everything's just seeming off about this whole thing. But other than that, let me y'all think about this down in the comment section below. Did I make some good points? Did I make some bad points? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Love you all. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Discord, fellas. We can talk about this more there if you want. Peace.